helping session for. Oh wait, my mic needs to be louder. I think this is better. Yep. A little spontaneous helping session for Strax. He sent something in, one of my student members. Let's see. Strax, join me. Join me in the live stream. All right, let's see. So he sent me in this scene here. We share my desktop. There you go. All right. So, oh, the playback is super slow. Ah, this is the scene that we've worked on a few days ago together. Okay, let me see what he's saying. Fence. Wait, is there the fence in this? Oh no, okay. Different project, I think. Ah, here's the fence. Okay, I see it's a different project file. Let me open that up too. Fence. Yeah, let's start with the fence first. So he basically said he's got this fence going here, and he did it only through shaders, but it still looks a little bit flat, so he's trying to figure out how to make it more three-dimensional. And I've got a few ideas for that. Let's try those out. Bill. Oh, Strax, you're here.
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay, right? I don't hear you yet, that's the problem. Maybe now? Still not. Okay, wait. What is my problem here? Output. This is the wrong one. Okay, now I should be here. Now I should hear you.
Yeah.
Yes, I do hear you now. Okay,
All
nice.
right.
Finally. Okay. Alright, cool. So yeah, let's start with your fence here. So you created this plane with a shader, solidify, and then
Yeah, so the idea here was to make it a very simple shader that's not heavy with performance, and it's also easy to modify its how big it is, right? Because I need multiple instances of this, and none of them are in the same size. I mean, at least on axis, yeah.
Yeah, I've got some ideas to like give it more depth with a shader. Just gotta load first, I think.
So yeah, this is like the main issue with shaders, because I don't know how to make it not be transparent in the middle.
Oh, you want it to be transparent or not?
No. So it's like as if it was full, right? It was literally cut through.
Okay, yeah, right now it's like kind of like half transparent.
That's weird. I might have changed something.
Let's see. Ah, it's because of the invert here. It's not completely inverting it for some reason. So
that's weird.
Let's just disable this and just
I didn't notice that on my end, but
oh wait, it's still not fully transparent. Oh, now it is. Okay, wait, so if I just deactivate this. Okay, so now it is fully transparent in one spot and opaque on the other. That's what you meant, right?
Yeah, that's what I need. Now I just need to find a way so you don't see these gaps in between.
Oh, wait, I know why. Because the value isn't at full 1. It's at 0.8. The white value wasn't fully white. Okay. Yeah, now it's not transparent. Okay, that's correct. Okay, so let's see. So you got this checker texture. I thought of using actually a different texture. It's called, I think, Brick. I think you can get the same pattern, but you have a little bit more detail here. Let's try that. Offset 0. Frequency. What's this? Squash. Change anything. width. Here we can change that. Okay, so 1 and 1. Let's start with that. But can we make it black and white? I think so. Okay, so my idea right now is because you get this very clear checkerboard with this. And I think this one just gives you a random value. It doesn't give you like a clean like checkerboard. But this brick texture gives you a nice soft edge like this. So I want to
Okay.
try,
Yeah.
I want to try to like just get this edge and use it basically as a height map and use it to like give the fence a little bit of depth using that. So I'm gonna do everything white, so we only have that, and then let's see if we do the same mapping, if it's the same size. Okay, not quite. I guess we probably have to copy this scale here. So
Oh yeah, it doesn't
45.
really. The scale was just a test scale. I'm gonna probably change it later on
Okay.
anyway. Maybe add the value so you change both of them at the same time, the
Scale.
width and height.
Yeah, you mean like a value
All right.
thing like
Yeah.
this? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, this seems to overlap. Okay, cool. So perfect. So now we should be able to use this as a bump node. So that means I'm just gonna put this down here and feed this into is it just called bump? Bump distance, no, height actually. And then put this into the normal. There we go. And we have some depth here. And we should be able to, yeah, dial this in however we want. Make it like maybe a little bit smaller. Actually, can we make it bigger? Oh, we can make it all the way big. No, that's pretty interesting look. Right now you see it's like all linear, right? So we could actually just put this at 1 and then put in a RGB curve modifier here, or just a RGB curve thing. And then we can basically decide ourselves how the fall off should look like. It's a bit hard to control like this. Maybe let's do it like that. So maybe it's like a bit smooth in the beginning and then it gets stronger. See that there's like a weird cutoff point here at the end where it looks like sharp again. Maybe and we can also just make it less strong. It's like a little bit to just get a little bit of three-dimensionality. Is this the kind of direction you wanted to go?
Oh yeah. The only thing I'm having in mind is not to actually remove the gap. Now, what I'm thinking is to make the solidify go away, but then
I mean, thanks to the I guess we could add a displacement to this too. Let's try that. So are you going to render this in cycles?
yes.
Okay, cool. So we can use if you enable the experimental feature set, we can use micro displacement here with adaptive subdivision. And then we are going to go into the shader settings here. Settings and then displacement. Let's use displacement. And now we should be able to just plug this into the displacement instead. Oh, it's all the way displaced. It's all the way over there. Maybe it's a bit strong, but I think it's only gonna work in cycles anyway, because we need a lot of detail. Let's see, does this do anything right now? Okay, let's switch over to cycles. Division. So this should work, I think. How does it look? Placement. Okay, why is it not displacing right now? Actually, let's try it in Eevee. And just add a lot of subdivision before this. Just punch. Oh, I know why. Yeah. We need to actually special node here, the displacement node, not the bump node, needs to go in here. And then we put the height in this one. There we go. Now we have some real displacement.
Okay.
Now we should be able to... Oh yeah, we're not using this one anymore, right? So we should be able to just tone down the scale here. Yeah, and then we get some real
Oh, this is
displacement.
exactly what I needed, actually.
Nice. Yeah, so now we have some real geometry, and it even works in Eevee pretty well. Like even if let's see if we have a lower resolution. 5 isn't enough. But yeah, basically you can have this viewport level at 0, right? And then in the render you can have this at 10, and then you will have some real displacement in the render. But if you're using cycles, this adaptive subdivision should work really well. So let's turn on. Yeah, and then it will automatically add detail or like subdivisions where it's needed, right? So you can see like you have like a very clear detail displacement here, and then it gets less and less the further it goes. It should work pretty well, especially because the viewport is also 8 times lower resolution. So if you do an actual render, it should be pretty high resolution. It should look pretty realistic. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the displacements, this is, I think... How much do you actually add in geometry? Because Splifium, like I said about Geo node, it's Bagapie, and their geometry node scattering, and it's apparently instancing it, so it's not real geometry, right?
Yeah.
But they should still be faster, right? Because it's mainly a shader.
Especially like if you use this adaptive subdivision, it's depending on the camera distance, right? So you only really get a lot of detail on this mesh if the camera is really close. So if it needs the detail, it will generate it. But if it's not, it's not gonna show anything.
Yeah, no, I think this is exactly what I needed. So
nice.
That's okay.
Perfect. Where's the thing now? Oh no, where's the fence? Ah, it's up here, okay. Alright, cool. So yeah, I guess that works. Here we have this. Make this a bit cleaner.
Yeah, and I'm
maybe.
just gonna... So if I modify the shapes a bit, the process should still work anyway, right? Let's say it's wires instead of whole checkers. Maybe even use the brick texture. But yeah, anyway, it should be okay. All right.
Yeah, you could use the brick texture just for this. Like you could invert it and just use... I mean, should we just try that real quick? We just use this in here. The other way around. Okay, and we have to rush it a little bit, a lot probably. Let's make this constant. Yeah, then we have some kind of wire with some real depth here, yeah. How do you like that?
This is, the last time I did it, it was so much geometry. I don't know how my computer even handled that, but this is, much better.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll leave this both. I'll just do it. I'll just do it how it was, and then I'll leave it to you.
All right, awesome.
This, and then you have this over. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll save this. Two. All right, and then you wrote something about the other project, right?
Yeah, the seagull one. It's just about me not knowing how to actually disable. I mean, not disable. What I want to do is offset the animation of wings flapping, so they're not like all in sync. They're moved pretty far away. So What I did was I had a path and I duplicated the path in the pigeons, I mean seagulls, 3 times.
Hmm.
And now it's just confusing to me because I'm not sure what like where the animation is even hidden at. So you can like turn off the follow path so it's not moving for the time being, but
Yeah, yes. With all of them, right?
yeah, preferably.
Yo, what's up, Most Wanted and Quasi Media Network? Welcome to the live stream.
So two of them are like okay, so what I did was I pushed down the NLA strip, but what ended happening is that some of the they're like
Oops.
canceling the animation.
Canceling the animation. Okay, so yeah, they do have an offset of the animation.
But it's like it's not the whole animation cycle anymore because I did something weird with my LNA strip.
Let's check that. So the animation is on the wings, right? It is repeating. Okay, yeah, but it's not doing the full animation anymore. Yeah. So it's supposed to, but it also doesn't have. Oh, what? It only has these up, down. So it starts down, goes up, goes down, and then bounces
Maybe
back up.
if you one of the seagulls has the whole animation, maybe if you analyze that one, it's gonna be easier. I think it's the one not in. Wait, actually, I don't know.
Last one is this one. Okay, this one has the
Wait,
animation not as a strip. It's still repeating it though. How did you do that?
no idea. This is like a Blender kit
Okay, so
asset,
this one
right?
is
So
doing its
that's
job.
why I'm confused.
Maybe it's just with the graph editor with a cycle modifier. Let's see. Yes, seems so. Modifiers. Oh, it's just a function. Wait, yeah, this is not repeating. Wait, what was selected before?
What buttons are you pressing, by the way?
I was just pressing undo right now because you can actually undo selections too, what you select.
All right, all right.
So these things, which one is the active one? There's some kind of sine wave modifier in here. Oh, I guess on this one. So I guess the repetition is just made with modifiers. This one here, sine wave. Yeah, okay, these are all just sine waves. These are not actual keyframes. These are modifiers.
So that's why I wasn't able to. All right. Makes
Yeah, that's
sense.
why when baking it into an LA strip, it doesn't bake the modifiers. It just bakes the keyframes. So I guess the modifiers just go away when doing that. Honestly,
But
never.
can you like bake the modifiers, like convert the whole thing into keyframes and then just
Yeah, you can do
all
that
right,
with selecting everything, all the bones in the post mode, and then
all right.
I think it's just like yeah. With F3, I looked for bake, and then there's this bake action function here, and then usually I just enable all of these options because they're all pretty useful.
Can you do like I don't know, 1,000 frames just in case?
Like what I would do now is just like bake a few frames and then see where the
Okay, okay.
looping point is, and then use that as an LA
Oh,
strip.
right.
So I'm gonna just bake this thing here. Let's see what happens. Okay. But I can still see some sine waves. It did not remove the sine. It didn't remove the modifiers here. Can I do that somehow? Just remove all modifiers? Let me, that's kind of annoying when I do the baking here. Yeah, it doesn't have an option for that. Okay, so that kind of like feels like a unnecessary extra step to have to go through and delete the modifiers again. No, maybe here. Add modifiers, remove modifiers. It doesn't seem to have that. Okay, so let's just go channel by channel, see if there's... Okay, here's a modifier. Oh, that's pretty annoying. There's a modifier. There's a modifier. Question is, will the animation still work without these modifiers? Let's see. There's a modifier. Okay, so yeah, I don't see any modifiers anymore. It seems to have worked. Yeah, it's the same animation. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So now, this is also a cool trick that I learned this just recently. Sweet Father with media. Hey, what's up? I think you're also on the Discord channel, if I remember correctly. Okay, so a cool little trick that I found: you can activate an alternative timeline by pressing the stopwatch. You can select, yeah, basically a new, like a temporary in and out. So you can just like check.
Oh my god, that's insane.
So I'm basically just like checking
but
where
if you
the...
render, does it also render the alternative, or does it render the whole thing?
Yeah, I think this
Like
is
if
just
it's
for the
like,
viewport. So if you activate this, this is
okay,
only for viewport, yeah.
okay.
Okay, so basically just figuring out where the looping point is. Oh, this looks pretty accurate. Yeah, this looks pretty seamless. Okay, so that means I'm just selecting everything in the visible time here. So this stuff, and then I'm inverting that selection and removing the other keyframes. Okay, so now if I go back into the NLA editor and push this into a strip, and then we repeat this one, repeat, it should work. Let's see. There we go. Okay, nice. We got it.
Amazing. All right.
All right, all right. Okay, and this means now. Okay, so what is the next step? What do you need?
I think that's all. Like, so you just delete the ones that are not, and I'm just gonna reassign them, like
Okay,
duplicate
so
them, and then offset. But now it's pretty simple, right? I just drag around.
yeah,
Oh,
that's all you should
yeah,
need to
right, yeah.
do.
So I
Let's
just
see.
drag around the NLA strip, and it's gonna be,
I think
yeah.
so, yeah. Is this the whole time now? Yeah, okay, let's give it a little bit more place so we don't need to worry about it being over. Okay, cool, yeah, so now you can just drag this around if you duplicate them. Yeah, nice, okay.
Thanks, man. I would have never figured this out.
No problem, man. I'm happy we found the solution so quickly. V2, I'm gonna send this back to you. Okay,
Oh, just
cool.
another question.
Yeah.
When I'm rendering now, so the whole thing is already rendered,
Hmm.
except for these birds. So I should be easily able to just render, like hide the sea, because that's like the heavy element, and then do a render region, right? Or would you do it some way different? Because I was thinking that there's some kind of reflection on the water, right? But
Hmm.
I don't think I should be complicating my life with that, honestly.
Yeah, no, honestly, the reflection of those small birds on the water is probably so small.
And also because it's a VR, you need to look down and then you look up, and you're not gonna be able to see both of them at the same time, right?
Hmm. Yeah, I think it should be fine. Yeah, yeah. What you described with the bounding box and just hiding the rest should work pretty well. I'm
Right.
pretty sure.
Cool. That's awesome.
All right, nice, nice, nice. Okay, yeah, I guess that's it for today then. Again, helped another student. All right, yeah,
Awesome.
then
Cheers, mate.
yeah, have a great night. I'll hear you soon.
Goodbye.
All right, yeah, then let me just do a little exiting monologue here. So if you want help with your Blender projects, check out the Patreon. There's a 7-day trial for the student membership. And then you can also do stuff like Strax, where you just send in when you have a problem with the Blender project, and I can probably help you to find a solution. All right. Yeah, I'm off again. I'm working on a job right now. Oh, if you haven't seen yet, I uploaded a teaser for a big Blender challenge that we're doing next month. Let me just quickly send it here also in the chat if you haven't seen it yet. Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped about this challenge. I think it's gonna be a really cool, also short film at the end. So yeah, if you know any Blender artists who would be happy to join this, please share. I put a lot of preparation in this, that it's gonna go smooth, and we also have a lot of prizes. I calculated that just the other day, but we actually have a combined prize pool of $12,000, which is I never expected that. So it's pretty sick. Quasi, thank you. Solid stuff. Solid advice. All right, yeah. Have a great night, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.